You ever feel like you have to be this big on-camera personality just to grow your business? But honestly, the thought of it is just exhausting. Well, there's this strategy that's been picking up a ton of steam, and it promises to solve that exact problem. So today, we're deconstructing the Faceless Reels Starter Kit to see what it's really all about. Let's break it down.
So let's just start with the question that I'm pretty sure hits home for a lot of us. Do you secretly kind of hate being on camera? It's a huge hurdle, right? That feeling that you always have to be on and ready for your close-up. And, well, here's the catch. You know that consistency is everything on social media, but the idea of actually filming yourself day in and day out, it can feel completely draining. This is the exact conflict that this whole faceless approach is built to solve.
Let's put a name to this feeling. It's the content creation burnout. And this is so much more than just being a little camera shy. It's that deep down exhaustion that comes from being on that relentless content treadmill.
I mean, think about it. Every single day you wake up to that blank slate. What am I going to post? What am I supposed to film? The whole idea behind a kit like this is to fight that feeling, to give you a framework so you're not constantly trying to reinvent the wheel every single morning.
So, if that's the problem, what's the solution they're offering? This is where we get into the whole idea of the faceless strategy.
Okay, so let's get super clear on what faceless content even means. This isn't about just, hiding from the camera. It is a deliberate strategy. It's all about using other visuals, like those nice aesthetic shots of your desk or your morning coffee routine, maybe some cozy scenes to tell your story and connect with people without your face having to be the star of every single post. And this quote, this just nails it. It completely reframes the idea. It's not about avoiding the camera anymore. It's about empowerment. It's saying, look, you are in complete control of how you show up. You let your content do the hard work for you. All right, so that's the big picture strategy. But how does it actually work? What's inside this thing? Let's take a look. The whole system is built around this really simple, repeatable workflow. The goal is to get rid of that, oh my gosh, what do I post today? Panic. Instead, you just follow the steps. Feeling stuck? Grab a hook. Don't want to film? Use a ready-to-go visual. Want to stay on brand? Just stick to the content pillars. It's that straightforward. And it kicks off with a library of 38 reusable hooks for your reels. The whole idea here is you slap one of these on the cover, it makes people curious, and it gets them to actually tap and watch your video.
But it goes way deeper than just hooks. The kit also gives you all these other tools you need, right? Checklists to see how your reels are actually doing. A guide for finding trending audio, which is huge. And even a walkthrough for where to put your hashtags. A small detail that so many of us get wrong.
And this part right here shows you that this is all about business. You get 30 specific post topics, but they're not just random ideas. Every single one is tied to a real business goal, whether it's building trust with testimonials, getting engagement with polls, or straight up driving sales with demos of your product. And then, to make sure you literally never run out of things to post, there's a bonus Reel Bank with over 2,400 assets. We're talking stock images, done-for-you videos, the whole shebang. It basically kills that I have nothing to post excuse for good. Okay, let's pause here, because this next idea is maybe the most important part of this entire system. This isn't just about making content easier to create. It's about a total shift in what you're even trying to achieve. The whole strategy hangs on this one major difference. It's about ditching the chase for viral fame and instead focusing on something much more valuable: high-intent leads. The point isn't to get a million random views. It's to get the right people to stop, click, and trust you enough to become a customer. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? This is not a toolkit for becoming an influencer. No, it's explicitly a business tool. It's for people who measure their success by booked calls or products sold, not by how many followers they have. So who is this actually for? Well, it's pretty clear. It's for creators who want to turn their attention into actual sales. It's for people selling digital products who need content that builds trust. And it's for busy professionals who need a system so simple they can hand it off to someone else. What's the one thing they all have in common? They need content that actually converts. Okay, to wrap things up, let's go through a few of the big questions that probably pop into your head when you hear about a system like this. First up, the big one. Do you need to have a huge following already for this to even work? You know that feeling that you can't start until you have 10,000 followers or something? Let's see. And the answer is a huge, resounding no, because the whole point is to attract the right people. It's all about the message. It's designed to work even if you're starting from zero,
because it focuses on quality of audience, not just quantity.
All right, next question. This one might seem a little obvious given the name of the thing, but hey, it's worth asking. Do you ever have to show your face?
And just as you'd guess, the answer is a hard no. The entire kit, from top to bottom, is built for faceless content. Putting your face on camera is always optional, never a requirement.
And finally, the question everyone really wants to know. How fast does this stuff actually start to work? What can you expect?
So the claim here is pretty bold. It says that if you use the system consistently, you should start to see real, measurable results, like more profile visits, more DMs, more leads, within about 2 to 4 weeks.
All of this brings us to one last, kind of big picture question. When you have a system that is built to separate the creator from the content, well, it makes you wonder, are we seeing a shift where the power of the message is starting to matter more than the personality of the messenger? What do you think?